Alright YouTube, what's going on? It's been a minute. I've been busy with life, pretty much. I had another kid, so I've been kind of busy doing that, but anyway, this video is about Launch. So Launch is a scan tool manufacturer, and they have pretty, how do I put this? Awesome. I don't want to just use words awesome, but they're pretty awesome scan tools, and they cover a vast market. And I know a lot of other people like to use their software, so it's pretty familiarized. I'm really familiar with it. I enjoy it. I think it's very user-friendly. So let's dive into what I think so far has been my favorite scan tool I've used over the last 2 years. So let's open this. It does come, we'll say this case is rather large. I like the protection of it. It's the scan tool's in there in foam, but like, damn. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it's large. This is the tool. This is your J2534. You have some accessories and stuff up here, which I'm gonna try to turn this thing and not knock my camera over. So here we have, it's just some paperwork I have, and this is for your J2534. This usually comes in here. I use it a lot, so I keep it up there. These are just some more cords, like chargers and other Ethernet. Yeah, like I said, really big packaging for this stuff, but this is spaced out really well. Yeah, let me go ahead and get it out and start playing around with it. Just that out. I'm not really gonna get that out. We don't really need to. That's just the pass through. Get this up. So, the actual scan tool. This is the X-431 torque link. So it's nice all around scan tool. The X-431s, they have a lot of different ones in that category. I don't really know the huge differences on it. I know there's a pad 5, pad 7 or 8, or this, that, and the other, or whatever. The torque link is a little more affordable than those, but you still get a lot of the same features, a lot of the same capabilities as those more expensive ones. And throughout this video, I will pan to different screens. I've taken a lot of shots at work of me using it, showing the different features. Like, it has Topology, which I really like. I think every scan tool should have Topology. It makes diagnosing your can lines a breeze if you know how to do can. But on top of that, this has a multimeter capability. It has an oscilloscope, which that's right here. We're going to talk about that. But this is what happens when you get into it. So you can do a DLC voltage check. When you have it hooked up to your OBD2, you can do your voltage check, you can do a CAN bus check, just your monitor check, battery tester, video scope. This X431 fix, I don't have that subscription active right now, but I believe that's something along the lines of like a, what is it called? Not Identifix, but like something along the lines of those, like just like it helps you with your codes and shows real-time fixes and stuff like that. So it's just good, helpful information. Never trust those kind of things to a T, but it's really good information to point you in the right direction. So see, we have multimeter. It has a camera on it, file manager. You can surf the internet. That is for your tires. I believe it checks tire. I don't know if it does pressure, but just tread depth. I think it does pressure. Stuff like that. That's really cool. These are a lot of upgrades I want to get. I don't have them yet. But we go scan vehicle, and I'll run through a demo real quick. And like I said, I'll have some videos in here that show real-time stuff. So I was able to program a key with it on my personal Forerunner. I did some oscilloscope work this morning with it, and live data and graphing. You can pull up different data PIDs. So like I was doing speed sensor diagnosis for the rear circuit, and I had both speed sensors, and you could see both of them up, one drop, so you can watch real time of multiple data PIDs, which that's really awesome. A lot of other scan tools show graphing, but you can only graph one thing at a time. So for example, let's go through this demo. I'm a Toyota guy, so we're gonna go with Toyota, and we're testing a Camry. This is what I'm talking about. This is Topology. So you click health report, and it runs through super quick. It's a little slower on the vehicle than this demo, but it's still very, very quick, like under a minute to scan everything, which I know I say under a minute and people will think, oh wow, that's really not that fast. But when you think about it, these newer vehicles, I worked on a Highlander hybrid the other day, and it had almost 45, I think, modules. So it's a lot of stuff to scan. So click report. It'll tell you all this information. You can add pictures of things because you can send all this to your customer. And this is where you input all that information, blah, blah, blah. So now we just go to our diagnostic report. Once it saves, and here we have, this is what it looks like. This thing can also print. So I have it hooked up to my shop printer. So I just print this out and I can give it to the customer. And right here it says pre-repair. So you can do a pre-post repair. You can ask for a customer signature. So right now we have throttle actuator A, brake switch correlation. If you know anything about Toyotas, you need a brake switch and you need a throttle body, because everything is built into the throttle body on a Toyota. Well, on a newer Toyota. And then we have a CAN bus failure on the radar cruise, and the rest no fault codes. So signature, print, share, pretty self-explanatory. Now you can do compare results, and you can compare that with, this is currently and this is history. So if you go back and you clear your DTCs, compare results, here, history was found, now it's cleared. And then obviously you'd run your monitor setup and test drive, etc., you know, normal repair diagnosis. Also go to a system list, all the systems. What's really cool is there is ADAS calibration, but it has ADAS next to the things that are ADAS basically. So like you'll be scrolling through the different modules and see like, oh, ADAS here, ADAS there. Like they're not necessarily all linked together ADAS. Sometimes they're one up here, one a little bit further down, but it's another thing that's really nice to have. Let's go ahead and, oh, really loud noise whenever you finish, so you can remember to get your VCI out of the car. So here's the oscilloscope. Same concept. Comes in a case like this. You have all your leads. These are just the ones I use mostly. This is the cable to hook it to your scan tool, and then these are just extra leads. And I have my scope cable there. But let's go ahead, pull this out. How this works, you pop this on just like that. Get this out of the way. Just back. Now you can come up here and plug it in. Power it on. Now we're up and running. So now I don't have anything to scope on, so click multimeter. There's two different ones. So I have the EM101, as you can see, EM101. Click that, start now. And here you are. It's basically a multimeter. You can have a waveform mode with numerical, just waveform. You can open different waveforms that you've saved in the past. I personally like this screen or this screen. One, this is big, but I like this one if you're looking for like AC voltage, or if you're trying to look for like a voltage drop or something along the lines where you're looking for voltage to cut out, etc. So measure DC voltage, AC voltage, resistance, diodes. So I don't think I have a battery right here actually. I grab a battery and show you how this works. One second, guys. So it's just like a multimeter. You get your leads, plug them in, and then we will test some current. Not current, voltage. So we're on DC voltage. We're doing plus or minus 600 volts because we don't want it on a millivolt scale. So now you can see, touch your tips, you got 0 volts. Now let's grab this battery. See if I can get these in. I don't know if these leads are gonna fit in there. Let's see. No. Oh, I tried. The leads don't fit in there on that battery. Let me try a different one I have. That should fit in this one. So, look. See, we have 20 volts right there. Is the 20 volt battery. So you take that one away, drops out, which is why I like this this graph that you can do the waveform of the numerical value and the waveform. If you're just in numerical mode, you would just put in there. And then there's your voltage reading right there. So I know that's just a quick little demo with batteries, but it's just trying to get the point across to show it. So overall, this scan tool has been freaking awesome. I believe the price, depending where you buy it, is just under $2,000 or right at $2,200. Those are the two prices I've seen. And the scope box is $600 to $700. That being said, you think about it. For everything you get, all the capabilities and a scope, you're under $3,000. It's a lot of money. It really is. But you know, you need to invest in yourself, invest in your career. And if you want to do advanced diagnostics, having a very capable scan tool is key. And this one, there's no scan tool that can do it all. As much as I love this scan tool, which I haven't found anything it can't do yet, which is awesome, but there's no scan tool that can do it all. And that's just a known thing. And so far, for the price point and for all the features and everything, I haven't had any issues. And I think just under $3,000 for a 2-channel oscilloscope and a capable scan tool that can program keys, graph multiple data pits, live data, the topology, all that stuff, I think that is a good deal, and I will stand by that. I know other scan tools that are more expensive that can do less. So those are my thoughts on it. I really, really, really like this thing. I can't stress that enough. Launch was generous enough to send it out for me to test, and once I'm done testing it and reviewing it, I am, well, sorry that just cut off right there. My phone died. But once I'm done testing and reviewing it, I'll update you guys. See if there's anything I found it can't do. Likely that won't be the case, but I'm gonna pan now to a bunch of clips of me using it. So if you've made it this far, I appreciate you for watching. I know it's a long video, but I try to cover everything I can about it as far as I've used so far in this video. So the next couple clips, forgive me because I take them like that when I'm at work instead of landscape like this, so forgive me for that. But yeah, we'll pan to those and see some of it in action. All right, here's my Forerunner. Let's program a key. See if this works. We go to key registration. Transponder. Okay. New key. when your wife breaks a key. Okay, so remove the key, insert, ignition on. Remove the master key. Okay. Insert the key you want to program. Don't turn the ignition on. Okay. Now we wait. The waiting is the worst. I'm not going to make y'all watch 90 seconds of it. All right, we got 25 seconds left. Might finish early, like a lot of people I know. Master key, so registration's complete. We're gonna cancel because we don't want to register another one. Pull it out. And it works. There you go. All right, the next part on Toyota keys, you got to program your buttons. So wireless code registration. Okay, so hold it like right here. You have to ignition on, 30 seconds, and then, okay, driver's side door is open and unlocked. Okay.
Phone call or, oh, it's because you were turning it off?
All right, oops.
Oopsie.
So now we're gonna do lock and unlock for 1 second, and then within 3 seconds, push one, so on the next screen, so do that. And you hear a beep. We're done. So now that works. This is why graphing data is awesome. Speed sensor dropping out intermittently, but you can see it on the graph.
Mm-hmm. Let me guess.
Well, as you can see, we're getting our waveform. I just have it tapped in at the main connector up there, not at the wheel, but I don't know if you can hear that wheel bearing. It's really, really loud, so it's gonna need a wheel bearing. That's why we're having a intermittent issue only when he's braking. Bad wheel bearing, could be a chipped ABS tone ring, I don't know, but the waveform looks good. I haven't really played with this enough to figure out what millisecond division I need, but I can tell that my power and my ground are good. I'm getting a consistent waveform, no anomalies, so here we go. Another quick little thing about the topology that I really like, so we're in the ABS module, I set a bunch of speed sensor codes driving it in the air, but if you just click on it, it'll tell you your codes right there. You can go to your ECM, too lean, he's got a different issue too, but we're not worried about that. So that's another cool little feature of the topology. Really, really like topology. Bad wheel bearing. So another awesome feature about this X-431 torque link from launch. So I got the scope box hooked up, and you can have it function as a multimeter. So I got my leads. It's just an old battery out of my car, and you can see 12.43 volts. I'm actually really surprised it's holding the charge. It's from 21, been sitting on the floor for a while, but still pretty awesome that you can use this as a multimeter. And so you have your multimeter, oscilloscope, and a full-on scan tool in one. So I'm really, really happy with this scan tool.